How many Desi pubs do you think there are in this region?
I think we got about...
You've got a good like 15, 20 in about 5 mile radius.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And
So-
they all, do a traditional Punjabi food.
And to be honest, these days it's more so the pubs are run because of the food. The pubs are busy.
That's very good to hear.
Yeah.
So it's a different
If
pitch around.
if there's any places that not serving the food, you'll see it's not doing very well. As in like these little places, like sort of outskirts of the city centre.
So the food is driving the pub now rather than the beer driving the pub.
That's right. Yeah.
So would you classify yourself as a gastropub? Would you classify yourself as a pub serving food? Or would you classify yourself as a restaurant with a bar?
I personally...
Pub really.
Pub,
Pub
you see, we still trying to keep a proper traditional British pub.
Okay.
And
we don't classify ourselves as a restaurant.
No.
Okay.
We don't. If somebody walks in and they say, "Okay, where's your restaurant?" or "Can we have a seat in your?" There is no restaurant.
Just sit anywhere.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's like your normal pub grub.
Yeah.
As you can, like, any like.
But this pub grub is different. It's Indian food.
It's Indian food.
Yeah.
How would you say you serve your food?
Punjabi style.
Yeah.
What is that?
How it's cooked, you just take it to the person that's.
So it's in a bowl or is whatever. It's
On a sizzler,
in a
whatever,
sizzler,
Yeah.
So he just goes to the table. The person helps himself.
That's it, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they're happy. Then you just clear the table.
Yeah.
The reason for it being called the Black Country, I believe, is to do with soot from the foundries and
That's right, yeah.
yeah, and the soot covered the houses and everything was very dark and the
Well, actually, if you came down, it's like down the motorway, like say from London, coming down the M6, so you would see a massive black cloud.
what
because
was
of-
soot hanging in the air.
Yeah, hanging in the
So
air.
the pubs actually came up because of the foundries as well.
Of course,
Yeah, well,
And that gave
yeah,
them
yeah,
advantage for the
of
business.
course.
because of the industry. I mean, even at like sort of lunchtime, so people would like, say for example, this pub. The gaffer, he'll fill this bar,
Fill the bar.
with lagers or whatever they're
Right.
drinking, or mild, mainly mild.
Mainly
so-
milder than
Mainly mild.
Because they're going back to work.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they got, so all this is going to be full. So
Alright.
what it's going to be,
Have a quick pint.
2
Yeah.
or 3.
When did the family first arrive?
Oh, the families came in back in the 60s. You
In the
know, when
60s?
yeah.
Well, my granddad and my dad, they came in 1957.
So what kind of stories would you have heard from them when they first came in? Was it difficult for them? Was it easy for them?
All them days, God, it was very, very difficult. They used to live in one room, so about 15, 60 people used to live in one room. And then they were, would obviously work in the local foundries. That was
Okay.
the main, jobs there them
Okay.
days. And actually, they were used to swap shifts, like one lot to go to work, the other one would take over the room,
Okay.
So
they would sleep in shifts as well. Because they would share one room or one small house
exactly,
maybe.
Yeah.
If a friend or family came along, not necessarily even friend or family, any
Yeah,
Asian,
anybody.
anybody from India, it was like they were like the brother coming over.
Yeah, so it was
And
well accepted.
They're well accepted.
They would find a way to accommodate them, put them up, whatever.
But they will find, they will accommodate
When
him.
you've been here all your life, so if somebody asks you now, would you say I'm British? Or I'm a British Asian?
I'll say I'm British Asian. I think.
British Asian,
British
yeah.
Asian.
Yeah, so this is home, this is where
Well,
your life
this is home.
This
yeah,
is
definitely.
home, yes, yes.
So, in the last 10, 11, 8 or 10 years since the dip in the economy and the slump that came in 2008, 9
Yeah.
onwards, pubs were closing down literally every week, and there were rumors that about 200-300 pubs were closing every week across the United Kingdom.
That's right, yeah.
Was this one of the reasons that you got into the pub trade, that you found it easy to buy a pub or to take hold of a charge of a pub or to take over the lease? Or was it something you always wanted to get yourself into?
Well, personally, I always wanted to run my own pub.
Okay.
Because I used to work for other people.
Yeah.
That was my part-time job.
Okay.
I was, for 11 years, I was a furnace engineer.
All right, okay.
Yeah. So working, building furnaces, burners, but like I was, interested in working behind, meeting people behind bar. So I always wanted to run my own pub.
Now you own one at the moment with a banqueting facility.
Yeah, yeah.
And thing. But you said there are 14 or 15 owned by Asians. Is there like a rivalry between all of you?
Now, to be honest, you know, the other people, we go back a long way with them anyway. They were our friends.
Yeah.
We have been, you know, together, and actually, it's not rivalry at all.
It's competition.
It's not even, to be honest,
Not
with
even
everybody. It's not even
No,
a competition.
no.
You know,
We actually work together.
We work together.
We've actually got a pub watch team.
What's that?
Sort of a pub watch.
Yeah, what is that?
Which is our Asians in all these 15, 20 pubs, the landlords.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, we have a meeting every so often together.
yeah.
Right, so we actually like sort of. It's obviously you've got your drinking community. We've actually got a landlord community as well.
Well, that's fantastic.
So you know, we all work together. We don't work against each other.
We work
We
together.
work together.
Yeah.
On that note, I think we've had a fabulous conversation. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you for letting me come into your pub in the first place.
You're welcome.
I think it's been amazing.
It's been a pleasure.
And I wish you guys all the very best,
Thank you.
And I wish this initiative, of course, it will take off, and then, of course, it will
Yeah.
spread throughout the country so more people will get to know about it.
Definitely.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for
Yeah,
your
yeah.
hospitality. Thanks for everything.